Hey man, Shane here. It's pretty common for skinny guys to have skinny necks. I definitely did. And that makes sense. It matches the rest of our bodies. The trouble is, as we bulk up, our necks almost never grow in proportion to the rest of our muscles. Here's a photo of me after I'd already gained 60 pounds, and my neck is still only a sliver over 14 inches. That's because exercises like deadlifts, overhead presses, shrugs, and lateral raises will bulk up your upper traps, which will make your neck shorter, but they won't bulk up your sternocleidomastoid, which is what it takes to make your neck thicker. To build a thicker neck, you have to train it directly. There are a few different ways you can train your neck. Most fighters use exercises like neck bridges, and most lifters use these neck harnesses, where you can load your neck up with weight plates. And that's great. Those methods work. I found a simpler way to do it, and it was still enough to bring my neck from 14.5 inches up to 16 inches. You don't need any special equipment. It's a very easy exercise. It's very safe. You can do it at home, and it only takes a few minutes, every second or every third day. That's what I want to show you how to do in this video. Start by lying down on your bench with your head dangling precariously over the side. Keep your chin tucked, and then lower and raise your head. Come up forcefully, almost as if you're trying to headbutt somebody who's lying on your chest. And then lower your head back down under control, pulling your chin into a fierce double chin. Start by focusing on your technique. Once you get the hang of it, if you can do more than 30 reps, then you can start pressing down on your forehead to make it harder. After the neck curls, I like to do a superset of twists and then another superset of nods. I do as many as I can. That gives the other muscles in your neck some extra work, and I find it keeps my neck from feeling too stiff the next day. When you're lifting in a rep range as high as this, you probably don't need any warm-ups. The first 15 reps are kind of like a warm-up for the rest of your set, but some people like warm-ups and you're free to do them if you want. Neck curls aren't that complicated, but they're a little bit trickier than they look. Your sternocleidomastoid connects up here at the back of your head, then it runs down along the side of your neck and it connects here to your collarbones. So it pulls your neck forward like this into neck flexion, but then it also lifts your chin up like this by pulling on the back of your head. So, if you do neck curls, opening your neck like an accordion, then you're stretching your sternocleidomastoid out here while contracting it at the top. And that doesn't really work very well. You're much better to keep your chin tucked and packed the whole time, and then bring it forward like this. It's a little bit of a weirder movement, but I think you'll do a much better job of building balanced musculature in your neck. And then if you combine that with the twists, and with the nods, you'll get all those other muscles you were missing. Now, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I know I'm teaching these differently from how Jeff Nippert teaches them, but I tried them that other way and it didn't work very well for me. You're welcome to try it both ways and choose the approach that works better for you. The downside to my approach is that it's somewhat of a weirder movement. You have to think like a warrior. You have to imagine that as you're doing your neck curls, an assailant could sneak up from behind and try to choke you out. So as you're doing your curls, you have to keep your chin tucked and protected. Even then, you may find yourself doing crunches instead of moving at your neck. You're probably far more used to crunching your torso than you are to doing those tucked chin neck curls. So what can help with that is when you're trying to practice your technique, put one hand here on your collarbones and tuck your chin down and then move your chin away from and toward your hand. Once you get the hang of that, you should be able to do it even when you're pressing with both arms against your forehead. For programming, I would do 3 sets of around 30 reps, taking all of those sets to failure. As I got stronger, I would push harder and harder against my forehead to keep the sets challenging, always making sure that I was failing by around rep 25 to 35. These workouts only take a couple minutes, and you can do them every 2 or 3 days, so about 3 times per week. When you've gotten your neck to a size you're happy with, or when you're ready to take a break, you can scale that way back, and you can do just a couple sets per week. That should be more than enough to maintain your neck size and maybe even make some small continued progress. All right, that's it for now. I hope to see you in the next one.